Hello, GC family and kids. This is a little clip just to encourage you, and I hope you're having a great beginning of your week. But we are baking bread, and this is in preparation for our Sunday little service we're doing for the kids, our little video we're gonna do. So this is a simple bread recipe that I'd like to share with you, and I have some helpers today. And so the bread recipe we're gonna make is a milk and honey bread. And guess what? If you haven't made bread before, it is so easy. There's only 6 ingredients and you just need some time. And right now, do we have a lot of time, kids, on our hands? Yeah. And so we can do something really fun together. And it also points, and here's a loaf that we already made. It's so good. It reminds us that Jesus is the bread of life. Daily, he sustains us. Daily, he's with us. And so he is a constant source of power and goodness. So come along. I'll have the ingredients posted and how much of each thing, and it's gonna be a blast. So let's get started. You guys ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so this is called the milk and honey bread, and you only need 6 ingredients. So you'll need 2½ cups of milk, a 1/4 cup of butter. You'll need 1 package dry yeast, or 1 teaspoon. You'll need 6 cups of flour, white flour, and a 1/3 cup of honey. And this, by the way, is local, not local here, but local Wyoming honey from our friends. Pretty cool. And 2½ teaspoons of salt. That's it. Those are our 6 ingredients. Okay, as you can see, we're gonna get started, and the first thing we need is a saucepan. Awesome. And Naomi, we need 2½ cups of milk. Perfect. And Charlie, would you add the 1/4 cup of butter? Now, all the ingredients will be on your screen for you, so you know what you need and how much. Okay, now we're just gonna put that on the stove, and we're gonna wait until that butter is nice and melted. Not too hot and not boiling, but just melted. So we'll do that now. It's almost done. The butter is almost completely melted into the milk combined. So we're just stirring it to melt, and so you don't scald the milk. So fun. Okay, so we are ready to go. We have our butter and milk warm, and the butter is nice and melted. So we're ready to mix it all together. And this recipe is just dump and go. So Edith, you got the yeast, dump it in our big bowl. Charlie's got the salt, dump that in. Naomi's got the honey, scoop that in there. Oh yeah, all that gooiness. Awesome, keep going, keep going. Yes, and then I have the flour. I'm gonna add that while she's getting that cleaned out. And guess what? Then we just take our warm, buttery milk, and we're gonna pour that in there. And you just dump it all together. Nice work. Okay, Keith, would you start stirring that up? Now, you see how it is kind of sticky? This is where it gets really fun for the kids. So everybody's washed their hands already before we start baking, so do that if you didn't already. And it's still really sticky. And we're gonna add more flour until it's a nice elastic texture, and it's not sticking on your hands anymore. So I'm gonna take my rings off. And I usually do this to the kids. I have my extra flour. Remember how we do it? Okay, one person at a time. Okay, Edith, get going. And she's gonna start mixing with her hands, and this is where it gets really fun. Start mixing, mixing, mixing. And you just guess. You just throw it in there. Keep mixing. And then work your dough off your fingers.
It's my turn.
Ready? Ready? Oh, don't shake. Get in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice and warm, isn't it? Yeah. You can scrape the sides too and get all that flour. Good. This is going to take about like 8 to 10 minutes of kneading to get it how it's supposed to be, the right texture. So let your kids have a blast. I like my big bowl to keep it kind of contained. Let's get back at it. Okay. Let's scrub it over the bowl in just a minute. Work it off a little bit.
Okay, that might be
Keep it in the bowl, Charlie, as much as you can, please. Good scraping. Charlie. Okay, we're almost there. It's looking pretty good. It's not as sticky as it was just a little bit ago. And so this is our, I like to keep it in my bowl. You can take it out and put it on your counter too if you want to, but I like keeping it contained. So I have it in my big bread bowl. And if you've never worked with dough before, I'm going to show you a technique that I use that's kind of fun. And I tell the kids it's like making like flower petals. So I take my one hand and pull the outside into the middle and punch it down. And I pull the next little piece, punch it down like the next petal, and I just keep bringing it to the center of the dough. And I make my bowl spin. And so you're constantly working it. You go around the whole dough ball, and then you flip it over. And look how beautiful and smooth that is. Isn't that nice? So I'm gonna let the kids work it some more and try that technique. Go for it. Okay, awesome. It's looking really good. So now what we're gonna do is we're just going to, I usually tuck in the side so it makes it look like a nice little ball. And then, and then we're gonna, nope, stop guys. And we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil just to make it greasy. And I should take the top and I swoosh it around and flip it over, and it's ready to rise. So what you do next is you can take a piece of plastic or a tea towel and just cover it and put it in a warm space for about an hour, hour and a half.
Is it done yet? I'm right away. I want the bread to be done. It tastes so good. There's no good days for having to rise. Just to rise. Is the bread done? It takes so long. When is it done? It's over there, but I want it to be done. Why can't it be done right now?
Okay, welcome back. It's been an hour and a half and our bread is under here. And what you'll need next for this next part is a pan and some parchment paper, or you can even do a baking stone if you have one. But this is what we got, so this is what we use. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna punch down our dough, and here's our dough. It's looking great, about doubled in size. And we're gonna take turns punching it down one more time. So let's go for it. Who wants to punch first?
Me!
Okay, go for it, Edith. Punch it.
Oh, that's weird. It looks like normal bread.
Okay,
It's squishy.
Okay, you gotta punch it. You can fold it Oh yeah, it's kind of puffy. Look at that. Look at those air bubbles. Okay. Now Lily's turn. Perfect.
Where's my tiny loaf of bread so I can punch it? That's so weird with the crusty stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
What is that for?
Okay, I'll take this. Now, thank you. We're gonna work it a little bit more. Oh, it's puffy, it feels nice. And this will be 2 loaves, enough for 2 loaves. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna eyeball it. Does it look about right? Okay.
Hear the bubbles popping.
Yeah, there's bubbles in there. And we're gonna work those bubbles out and we're gonna tuck under again. Work it to a nice little ball like that. I'm gonna pat it for good luck. And that's our 1 loaf. No, don't do that anymore after I do that.
Look at that break. Look at that break.
It'll rise again, yep. So give it a nice little pat.
Yeah, look at that break.
Nice little pat. Nice little pat. And there it is.
Eyeballs.
And we're gonna let that rise for another hour.
The bread is taking.
Okay, another hour has gone by, and here are our 2 beautiful round loaves. They look beautiful. So we preset the oven for 375 already, and you can cut a fancy cross into the top of your bread with a serrated knife, which I'm gonna do now, to remind us that Jesus is the bread of life. And we can also use this for our Sunday lesson. And now it's ready to go into the 375 oven for 35 to 40 minutes. Voila. Okay, well, welcome back. And it's been a fun afternoon, evening. It's now dark outside and kids are ready for bed. But the bread is done, so let's take a look. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Oh my god.
Doesn't that look awesome? The last step that we love to do is we like to cover it with butter. Here's our butter, and we're gonna douse it to make it shiny and delicious. You just rub butter over the top and let it just melt. Oh my goodness.
Mommy, show them mine.
So this is our bread for this week as a project that you can do as a family. And we encourage you to eat one while it's warm or share one with a friend or neighbor. And if you can, try to keep one for Sunday. Sunday we're going to be talking about the Last Supper and Jesus breaking bread. Remember, Jesus is the bread of life and he sustains us, especially in this time. So thanks, and we'll see you Sunday.